Scrapbooking.com magazine is proud to bring you the following LuminArte article from our November 2012 issue. Silks and Surfaces, Mixed Media Goddess Wall Panel and Cuff Bracelet by author and artist Judy Kaufman for LuminArte and Spellbinders Paper Arts. Cotton muslin, painted wood, felt, suede, silk, lace, clay, and paper-wrapped wire mesh. I used LuminArte Silk's iridescent acrylic glazes on all of these surfaces for a pair of mixed media pieces, a wall panel, and a cuff bracelet. Because no two people will have the same supplies on hand, use these two projects to kickstart your own creations. No matter what you're planning or your level of expertise, using silks will turn your projects into something special and unique. For both the wall panel and cuff, Juliana Hudgens' Goddess die templates from Spellbinders take center stage. Rather than give step-by-step instructions, I'm going to let the photos speak for themselves, giving tips and design strategies to help you if you want to make a similar project. The wall panel includes two die-cut goddesses. The larger one is raised from the muslin surface by the mesh to which it's stapled. The smaller one is folded over, embellished with feathers, a charm, more staples, and small pieces of torn fabric. The cuff also includes die-cut goddesses. The smaller one is turned upside down on one of the two larger goddesses, embellished with lace, die-cut hearts, a clay hand, and knotted leather fringe. All decorative stitching is done with a metallic braid and a leather needle. I painted the lace with silks and let it dry before trimming it to fit the smaller goddess shape. The second larger goddess is glued on the reverse side to create a smooth lining and hide the back of the stitching. All of the dies are from the same set. The starting point for the wall panel is a basswood canvas from Walnut Hollow. I base coated it with teal and black acrylic paint, applying paint with a brush and a sponge for a mottled effect. When the opaque acrylics were dry, I brushed on several silks for lots of iridescent sparkle. The sculpted hand on the cuff bracelet was made from air-dry clay pressed into a casting mold. I painted it with silks both front and back and sealed it with acrylic spray before gluing it to the cuff. The cuff becomes a wall hanging when it's not being worn. When it is worn, the knotted leather fringe turns into the tie closure. For the first layer of the wall panel collage, I used pre-quilted muslin that had been pre-washed so no sizing remains in the fabric. This helps the paints adhere to the fibers. I used die-cut paper as a stencil for the subtle goddess shapes in the background and to apply the silks. The heaviest application of silks at the edges of the muslin went down with a brush and in more than one layer. It was something of a challenge for me to leave the quilt batting visible at the edges of the panel. I wanted to turn them under and make a perfect square, but I thought it would be more true to mixed media style if I let things fray. Torn fabrics, paper-wrapped wire mesh, a charm, and feathers complete the wall panel. Every element except for the charm and feathers was altered or painted with silks. To find the products featured in this article and shown in these projects, check with your local scrapbook retailer. Browse our Prima retail stores for coupons to a store near you. We hope you enjoyed this article. Don't miss the rest of the great articles and features in this month's issue of Scrapbooking.com magazine.